The universe follows a cruel and unwavering law. Everything has a natural tendency to fall apart. If you stop trying, everything you have built starts decaying immediately. This is entropy. It is the silent force of chaos that turns order into rubble, dreams into dust, and a structured life into a meaningless, disorganized mess. Without a constant input of energy, your life does not stay the same. It gets worse. Your health, your mind, and your future are all under attack. Look at an abandoned house. Without a resident to maintain it, the roof leaks, the wood rots, and nature reclaims the structure. Your life is no different. Entropy is the reason why your room gets messy, even if you do nothing. It is the reason why your skills fade if they are not used. Discipline is not about restriction. It is the only force capable of holding your world together. It is the wall standing between you and the inevitable void. Most people live in a state of constant retreat, watching their potential slip away as they succumb to the gravity of laziness and the comfort of decay. Your environment is a reflection of your internal state. When entropy wins locally, it spreads globally. A messy room leads to a messy mind and life. We are losing the war because we have forgotten how to fight. We allow the noise of the world to dictate the rhythm of our own souls. You are currently a victim of the second law of thermodynamics, but today we learn how to reverse the flow and reclaim our personal sovereignty once again. It starts with a choice. You can either be the victim of the collapse or the architect of the order. The battle for your life begins now. The second law of thermodynamics states that in an isolated system, disorder only increases. And it is the ultimate curse of the physical world we live in. In human terms, if you do not actively push against the world, you will drift into a state of maximum randomness, which is total failure and regret. To keep things organized, you must constantly inject energy from the outside. Success is not a destination. It is a high-energy state that requires constant maintenance. Think of your life as this boat. The ocean is entropy, always trying to get in. If you stop bailing water, the boat will eventually sink down. Choosing comfort is like letting the water rise because the bucket feels too heavy. It feels easier in the moment, but it leads to certain destruction. Discipline is that rhythmic pumping. It is the energy you expend today to ensure that you are still afloat tomorrow. It is your only survival mechanism. Biologically, life is a temporary victory over entropy. In the moment a cell stops using energy to maintain its walls, it ceases to be alive. It dies. Your potential is like that fruit. If you do not consume it through action and discipline, it will rot away, leaving you with nothing but bitter memories. The discipline you build is the external energy source. It is the fuel that prevents the internal collapse and keeps the engine of your life running. When you choose to be disciplined, you are fighting a cosmic war. You are saying no to the natural decay and yes to your own creation. Understand this: inertia is your enemy. The universe wants you to be still, cold, and disorganized. You must choose to be active, warm, and structured. Why are you stuck? Because of friction. The first type is digital friction. Every scroll, every like, and every notification is a leak in your energy. Social media is designed to keep you in a state of low-level entropy. It scatters your focus into a million pieces, and making it impossible to build anything. Your brain is being hijacked by algorithms that profit from your lack of discipline. They want your energy to stay trapped in their digital maze forever. Every hour spent consuming mindless content is an hour where entropy wins. You are trading your life force for a temporary spike of cheap dopamine. Stopping the digital leak is the first step. You cannot fix the engine while the fuel is pouring out of a hole in the bottom. The second zone is decision friction. We face too many choices every day. What to eat, what to wear, what to work on first. It's exhausting. Decision fatigue is real. Every choice you make uses up a finite amount of willpower. By noon, most people have already spent their best energy. Indecision is just another form of chaos. When you don't have a routine, you have to reinvent your life every single morning. That is total inefficiency. Successful people eliminate choice, or they automate the mundane so they can focus their energy on the meaningful. Discipline creates the systems that save your brain. When you decide once, you don't have to decide again. This is how you reclaim the mental energy stolen by the friction of too many options. Third is physical friction. A body that is not cared for becomes a prison of rust. Poor sleep and bad food create internal resistance to action. You cannot fight a war with a broken weapon. If your biology is in a state of entropy, your mind will never find the strength to lead. When you eat poison and avoid movement, you are intentionally increasing the friction of your existence. Every task feels 10 times harder than it should. Exercise is the act of cleaning the gears. It burns away the rust and prepares your physical vessel for the high-intensity demands of a disciplined life. Fuel your body with order, not chaos. Discipline starts at the end of your fork and on the floor of the gym. Build a high-performance machine. The fourth zone is relationship friction. Toxic people are entropy in human form. They drag you back into the chaos you are trying to escape. Some people don't want you to succeed because your discipline highlights their own decay. They will use guilt, drama, and distraction to keep you down. You must have the discipline to say goodbye. You cannot soar if you are anchored to people who are comfortable with sinking. Protect your circle. Find those who are also fighting the war against entropy. Surrounding yourself with disciplined people reduces friction and creates a powerful collective momentum for growth. Your energy is limited. Do not waste it on social friction that serves no purpose other than to drain your spirit and cloud your vision. Finally, environmental friction. A cluttered space is a visual scream. It forces your brain to process thousands of irrelevant data points every single second. If your workspace is a mess, your work will be a mess. You are fighting against your own surroundings just to get a single task finished. Clear the deck. The act of cleaning is an act of war against entropy. It is the restoration of order in your immediate physical reality. A clean environment creates a frictionless path for your thoughts. It allows your mind to settle and focus on the one thing that truly matters. Your home should be a temple of order, not a warehouse of chaos. Every object you own should have a purpose or be removed entirely. When you remove these 5 zones of friction, you stop losing energy. You become efficient. You become ready for the next level of existence. Superconductivity happens when a material has 0 electrical resistance. In life, this is the state of peak performance, where everything flows with total ease. By removing friction, you don't have to work harder. You just have to stop fighting yourself. You enter a state of high-velocity output and focus. This is monk mode. It is a period of intense, disciplined isolation designed to eliminate all leaks and focus 100% of your energy on a goal. In monk mode, you are not hiding from the world. You are choosing which part of the world gets to have your precious, finite attention. It is about deep work. It is about the silence that allows you to hear your own genius. It is the ultimate rejection of modern entropy. During this phase, you are building a new version of yourself. You are hardening your resolve and sharpening your skills in the fires of discipline. You become a closed system of high energy. Nothing gets out that shouldn't, and nothing gets in that disrupts your internal order and peace. Discipline is the whetstone. It takes the raw, soft metal of your life and turns it into a tool that can cut through any obstacle. When you focus your energy into a single point, you gain the power to pierce through the hardest problems. Total focus is your greatest weapon, as the routine is the rhythm of your victory. Every day you follow the plan, you are winning another battle in the war against the chaos. You are transforming. The struggle that used to exhaust you now fuels you. You are moving beyond the reach of the common man's distractions. This is the feeling of a disciplined life. It is fast, it is silent, and it is incredibly powerful. You are no longer drifting. While the rest of the world is drowning in the storm of entropy, you remain fixed. You are the light that order has created. In the state of flow, work becomes play. The resistance is gone because you have systematically removed every barrier between you and your true potential. Don't just work harder, work with less friction. Use discipline to create the straightest path possible toward the life you were meant to live. To escape the gravity of a mediocre life, you need escape velocity. You need a massive burst of energy to break free from the pull. Discipline is that fuel. And it is the fire that provides the thrust. Without it, you will always fall back down to the earth in pieces. The beginning is the hardest part. Entropy is strongest at the start. It wants to keep you on the ground, where things are safe and decaying. But once you break through the clouds of your own resistance, the air gets thinner and the climb gets easier. You are almost there. Escape velocity reached. You have transcended the chaos. From this height, you can see the world for what it really is. a field of opportunity. Look back at the person you were. The exhaustion is gone. The confusion is gone. In its place is a deep, unshakable calm and clarity. You have built a fortress of order in a desert of chaos. This is what it means to win the war against entropy. You are free. But remember, the war never truly ends. Entropy is a law of physics. The moment you stop pushing, the decay begins its slow return. Every single day is a choice. Every morning is a new battle. And you must protect the flame of your discipline with everything you have. Will you choose to build, or will you choose to rot? Will you be the master of your energy or the slave of your entropy? There is no middle ground. There is no standing still. You are either moving toward order or sliding toward chaos. The choice is yours. The war for your life is won in the small moments of discipline. Go out there and be the force that refuses to fall apart.